Let's get freaky about jeans! Really? Hello and welcome to Man with his merch once again. Today we are looking at the Jeans Freak line once more, because a while ago I actually did the Nico Robin, both the black version and the red version of the figure. However, I was actually in at a local convention. I say local, it was kind of a few hours away, and a store named Tokyo Toys was selling these off for £12 each. However, it was the end of the day and they actually offered me two for 20 quid. So, to be honest, 20 quid is kind of like the cheap end for one of these figures. So I thought, I like these characters enough that I wouldn't mind some more. So we'll pick them up. So we have Boa Hancock and we have Perhona. I don't know if these are the normal versions or if these are the alternate versions. I believe these are just the normal ones. And Jeans Freak was a line of figures that kind of went with the characters in special jeans. So yeah, we had a female version and a male one. The female one had Nami, Robin, Hancock, Vivi, Perhona and Rebecca. The male one had Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Ace, Law and randomly Bartholomew. So I thought I'd pick these two up. These were the last of the girl ones. So let's have a look and see what's inside them. So let's have a look at them without their box. The first thing you will see is that Perhona actually stands without her stand. Hancock does not. Always a good point when they stand without, because it saves a lot of space on the display. So I can display her without the stand. I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people say, well, if you're buying the figure, the standing is included. But for me, I don't have a lot of space. And quite frankly, these were just cheap pickups. So I would love to display them. But if it gets down to it, these are probably ones that I would potentially look at selling or giving away in the future. So first things first, we're going to look at Hancock. Now, out of the two, I believe she is a little bit more of the... I'm going to take her off the DPS. She is a little bit more of a standard one. It's not going to focus, is it? She's got her usual kind of dominant, glaring expression. To be honest, the figure doesn't really feel much like a Hancock figure. I don't know why, I'm just not getting the impression that it's a Hancock. To be honest, you could replace this with a lot of other female characters and kind of have the same thing. But we'll look at what's important. The jeans. Yeah. And to be honest, Hancock, the jeans are quite nice. Not as quite as prominent as Perhona's, but it's more of the leather jacket and the jeans combination that you're really going to go for. Paint job is pretty nice. There's a little bit of a few scuffs down here. It's, to be honest, the whole line is actually pretty nicely painted for what they are. I mean, for the price. I mean, originally these were probably about 30 quid. Got them for 10 quid each, so I am not going to complain too much about the quality of them. You get what you pay for at the end of the day. If I paid 30 quid each for these, that would be 60 quid. I would have been a little bit disappointed. They're quite small and they're not particularly amazing when it comes down to things. But that's just kind of it. There's not a lot to say about Hancock. It's a kind of, I think it's a little bit of a boring design for her, to be honest. But maybe that's just me. I don't think she's wanting to stand properly on her base either. It doesn't look like she's kind of standing up correctly. The base is quite rigid and stiff to get on. Next up, we're going to look at Perhona. Now, honestly, the design for this one is really nice. I'm not even a huge Perhona fan. This is one of the very few Perhona figures I've actually got, because somewhere along the line I've either getting rid of them or I just wasn't bothered about them. But look at this design. I mean, Hancock is kind of her normal design, but Perhona, they've done a little bit more with her hair. Obviously, Perhona's hair is a little bit more awkward as it is. But I really like this one, and I really like the design. They've done a little bit more with her design as well. I feel like they've kind of done a little bit more effort when it comes to Perhona than they have with Hancock. But I mean, look at that. I mean, that is a really nice design. And I love how they've actually kind of used the jeans overalls rather than just have her wear jeans. It kind of makes her look a little bit more it's a little bit more true to the character, I feel. Whereas Hancock, you could kind of replace this with more or less anybody. This is one that you couldn't really do with many other characters. Possibly somebody like Usopp or Tony Chopper from the male line, which honestly, personally, I probably would prefer to have that rather than Law or Ace. But that's just me, and we all know that this line was designed with the popular male and female characters to try and sell. So personally, for me, Perhona, I would say is significantly better than Hancock. Both of them, maybe I would have paid 20 quid for Perhona because seeing her up close is a lot more nicer. Hancock, I think she's a little bit too plain. I really like the design that's looked on the for the alternate Perhona as well. So if I see that cheap, I might actually pick it up. But yeah, this is something that I want to mention as well. If you want Banpresto figures or One Piece figures and stuff like that, and you go to MCM or something like that, try going to Tokyo Toys on a Sunday later on about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock time. They usually have stuff discounted down, so it's always worth to have a look because, like I said, these were 30 quid originally, and I believe they were 20 quid on the Sunday morning, but they dropped down to 12 quid, and they offered me them 2 for 20. They also had a few Zorros, and I believe Law still left, so probably not now, but it's worth having a look. That's it from me. Thanks for coming, and thanks again. If you want to see some more stuff, why not check out some of the other videos? Or you could subscribe. We've got a few more One Piece stuff coming up soon. Thanks for coming, and thanks again. Farewell.